Hey everybody, this is T-Rex of WJOB. We're here at the crime scene, I guess you could say, where we discovered just recently in Whiting a skull was discovered here by Mike Bender, who was on the Region Underground with Stephen Glover, the preacher, a few days ago. And as you can see, they've been working on the site trying to uncover any more potential bones. As you can see, they've already got some machine in the background and they're starting to work on it. Looks like they're starting in the back, and I'm assuming that's where they first discovered it to begin with. We'll go ahead and take a few shots of it right here and just show you guys exactly where it's located at, right here on Indianapolis Boulevard. Technically in the Hammond area, it's considered Hammond, but it's also touching Whiting, so it's a little shady here. It used to be an old bait and tackle shop. And Preacher talked with Mike Bender on the Region Underground on Party Line 219 and had this to say.
Yesterday or whenever it was, why don't you just tell us the story? Let me set it up. Mike Bender owns Brutus, the dog, who allegedly is found, what they believe, and they're still not sure it's a human body. Are you sure it's a human body?
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind.
Okay, then go ahead and tell us exactly what happened.
You know, the girls, they step outside to smoke, and they bring the dog outside with them, and they've been excavating this area next door, demolishing some buildings. And he'd been trying to get down into the hole that they had dug for a couple of days.
Okay, what's the exact location? I suppose that would be crucial.
1714 Indianapolis Boulevard.
Okay, so are you
Northwest Indiana.
Almost in Whiting, or
we are in Whiting. We're Robertsdale, Whiting.
Okay, wait a minute. You and I are gonna argue, I guess. Are you in Hammond or are you in Whiting?
I am in Hammond physically.
Physically in Hammond, but you feel like you grew up in Whiting, like Debbie Wargo at WJOB.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so he's just, been wanting to get into that hole for a while, and we just wouldn't let him go down in there, and turned a blind eye to him. He went down into the hole on his own, came back into the store, had looked like he had either like little chicken bones or some rocks in his mouth or something. So my girlfriend Kim had removed some of it from his mouth, and it looked like chicken bones. The thing that gave it away was when we took the other piece of debris out of his mouth and it had a ring on it.
Brutus, he goes back. Is he going and bringing back bone by bone, or was he really into it, or what?
He had done that, so I took him back over there and I asked him, physically, I'm like, find your bone, get the bone. He dug around. There was a piece of plastic kind of embedded into the ground. He at that point was pulling at it with his teeth, so I kind of moved him out of the way, and then I
They started around 8 a.m. Yesterday morning, starting to excavate the site here, and looks like they'll be continuing it. After they discovered the bone finger by the dog, it turns out that they are suspecting that it was a woman's finger and a woman's body based on the skull that they discovered. So it's unclear as yet as far as if it's a woman or not. That's what they are suspecting. I believe the forensics team mentioned that there's a possibility that it's at least over 10 years old. Not sure yet as far as whether or not that's true. They're suspecting that it's at least maybe 10 years old, considering that the building itself has been abandoned for that amount of time. So best guess is that it's been before 10 years. Region at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. I should say, as he will probably update you on the situation during the rest of the week, as well as Stew for lunch. That's at noon. And the preacher, of course, on the Region Underground at 4. I'm sure all three gentlemen will be covering the story throughout their show. We'll keep you updated here on WJOB throughout the rest of the week as this story develops.